If you're new here, SGV stands for the San Gabriel Valley. It's a bunch of cities on the east side of LA like San Gabriel, Rosemead, Monterey Park, Arcadia, West Covina, and more. What makes SGV special is how many cultures are packed into one area, and how normal it is here to have a strip mall with a place that does dumplings, pho, bagels, Thai, Indonesian, tacos, and everything else, all within a few miles. So for 2026, we put together 25 essential restaurants that we think are worth visiting SGV for. If you live here, this contains a list of go-tos. But if you're visiting, this is a solid starting point. At the end, we'll shout out a few of your picks from the comments, plus a few new spots we haven't filmed at yet that you might see on this channel in 2026.
So number one, this is a place that we've been to many times in Rosemead, and it's Good Alley. We think that this place has probably the best dumplings in our opinion, because it's the most flavorful and the most delicious overall. We really love the truffle dumplings there, but pretty much everything on the menu, including the Chinese hamburger, the cold noodles, and everything else.
And their drinks are really good too.
So this is a type of place that we like to take visitors. Like we've taken like so many of our friends and first timers, and they've all loved it. So hopefully if you guys check it out, you'll love it too.
Hong Kong Dim Sum House in San Gabriel. It's a small little place, but their items is packed with flavor. The dim sums are actually handmade by someone in the back, and it has this really nostalgic taste from my childhood. A lot of restaurants nowadays, they're trying to cut corners by buying frozen, but not this place. This place has real authentic handmade flavor. But because they're small and they have a small menu, they make everything by hand and everything is really good. And you can take it to go or dine in.
Next up, so we're still staying in the same plaza in San Gabriel, and that is Golden Deli. This is a really legendary spot, and most of the people that come here are a combination of both locals and people that are coming from all over LA to come and try this spot. It's been around for a really long time, and their pho is really good. And if you asked probably like 100 people in SGV what their favorite pho spot is, it feels like maybe 50% of them would say this spot. That's how legendary it is. Not only are they known for their pho, but also their egg rolls. The egg rolls are incredibly delicious.
The next spot is in Altadena, and this little Thai restaurant is called Mia. This spot is so cute. It has all the vibes, and inside is really retro. They have like a lot of little things that you can look at, but we really love their kaprao, and we really like their khao soi.
Also, because Altadena is still recovering from the fires, this is a great spot to help support the community as it rebuilds. There's a spot in Pasadena called Bagaloo, which they also have a location out in Diamond Bar. But this has been surprisingly one of our favorite food experiences that we've had in 2025, and that was trying some of their bagels. So the thing is that the owner, Kevin O, did something very different and used cabbage to make these bagels. After trying so many other bagels, realized that it provides a very different type of chewiness, and that was the thing that we were blown away by the first time that we had it.
Not only that the cabbage contributes to chewiness of the bagel, it also helps with digestion. Like it won't make you feel like that feeling when you eat too much. It helps with the easing of your stomach to digest it. He has the science down, and he has some delicious bagels. They sell out really quickly. We highly recommend them. So this spot in Monterey Park called Hua Fat, they sell banh mi's, Vietnamese sandwiches that are really sought after by lots of locals. Their number one seller is the pork belly, which they use the crispy pork belly in there. Their bread is what I'm drawn to. The bread is so crispy, even when you take it home, because of their packaging, it has a hole in it so it doesn't get soggy. They just have really good bread, and their flavors are really on point, and we really love this spot.
In San Gabriel, there's a really small hole-in-the-wall spot called Chongqing Special Noodle. And this is one of those spots that feels like it's worth making a trip out here for if you're not from SGV. So one thing is that they do have very spicy noodles, but they have all kinds of other noodles as well, like dandan noodles, which aren't very spicy. The thing is that these noodles are incredibly bouncy, nicely chewy, and they're seasoned incredibly well. So if you love spiciness, you'll really love this place.
Because their menu is so extensive, it might be overwhelming, but if you want to check out their website, you can order on their website too for to-go, and maybe you can take your time to look up the items before you order it. Also, a tip is that if you dine in with 3 or more people, they give you a free, spicy, fragrant saliva chicken. This spot, Medan Kitchen in Rosemead, it's a family-owned Indonesian grocery store that also sells prepared food. The owner, Siu Chen, she used to sell food from her home in Indonesia. She also sold her prepared food at home in America as well. But after COVID, she had to shut down. So during COVID, she opened up an actual shop where people can come and order food and pick it up. They have really delicious prepared items, and it can be a little bit overwhelming because she has so much variety, but she cooks all the food herself, and it's all family owned and operated. So it's a fun place to check out.
Over in El Monte, there's a spot called Corner Beef Noodle House that has been around for more than 10 years. It's a really quiet local spot. They serve Taiwanese comfort food. So if you're really into Taiwanese beef noodle soup, this one might be your favorite, and this is definitely like a top 3 for us because the broth is very rich, it's very deep. It is a little bit salty, so be aware, but the flavor of the noodles and the beef together, it creates a really incredible experience, especially if you do really love beef noodle soup.
And also, I love their popcorn chicken. And in Alhambra on Main Street, there is a really legendary old spot called Bun and Burger. It's a diner that has been featured in movies with Denzel Washington, and it serves breakfast and lunch. When you walk in, it's like going into a time machine because they have so much memorabilia from many, many years. Their food is actually really awesome. They have pozole on the weekends, and they serve diner food. And don't skip out on their fried chicken because it's huge portions.
So if you're looking for Vietnamese summer rolls, there's a couple locations in SGV called Summer Rolls. The one that most recently opened was in San Gabriel, and it's called Nem by Summer Rolls. And this is a spot that we definitely recommend, not only for their summer rolls, which are incredibly delicious and they're very unique, including a salmon one, which we never had before until we went there, but also their pho and also their rice plates.
Yeah, and they also serve a banh mi. They have a twist on their banh mi, and they use ciabatta bread. We highly recommend that because we thought that was really delicious, so we highly recommend it. This spot called Blvd 115 is in El Monte, and they are specializing in duck. Specifically duck pho and duck congee and duck soup. And duck is the main star in this restaurant, and we stumbled upon this restaurant by chance, and we just fell in love with it because their ingredients for the dishes are all fresh. The owner says they don't even use any MSG. We highly recommend trying their congee. This place is just really rare because it's not like you see duck pho in many places.
There's another spot in Arcadia. It's called Moffitt's. And this is a family-owned restaurant that has been serving these famous chicken pot pies for 50 years. So you can either eat it there, or they also have frozen ones that you can take home. I would say half of the fun is the vibes there because it really preserves this old school diner feeling. And it has a really great menu. We've tried a lot of different things, including something that we don't ever see on menus anymore, which is liver and onions. We're not the biggest fans, but that just shows how much unique items that they have on their menu.
Hui Tou Xiang is one of our top dumpling places. We really love their dumplings. They have a special dumpling there called the Hui Tou, which is more like a rectangular type of dumpling. They just recently opened their dining room, and so you can dine in and eat there now. But we really love their dumplings. We really love their beef noodle soup, and so recently realized that their frozen dumplings are also really good. So if you don't have time to go dine there, you can buy their frozen dumplings and keep in your freezer. You can have restaurant quality dumplings whenever you want.
And we also really love their chili oil, and they also have another location, surprisingly, in Hollywood. So this next spot is in the Atlantic Times Square Plaza in Monterey Park, and it's fairly new. It's a yakiniku place called I Wagyu. They also have a location in City of Industry, and it really feels like a celebration place. That's how we felt like when we were eating there. The meat quality is really high, and the service is excellent. They'll guide you on what you should order, how you should eat things, and everything. And you'll feel satisfied, but you won't feel overly full because sometimes you want all you can eat, but sometimes you want something that's very high quality that you can have a little bit less of, but enjoy it more because of the quality.
We also recommend their cocktails. They have really interesting cocktails that they serve there too. If you're looking for chicken rice, we highly recommend Bird Chicken Rice in West Covina. They are a Cambodian-owned and operated restaurant serving comfort food. Their chicken rice is really clean and flavorful and homey. They also serve really delicious sugarcane drinks that are not too sweet. And if you're in a rush, you can also order on their website for to go.
And the one thing that's really beautiful is that they do experiment with things and trying things on the menu, like including a congee. So they're always innovating. We really enjoy that aspect about Bird Chicken Rice. So next up, this spot is on the Michelin Guide and it's in Alhambra. It's called Ipo Kopitiam. There's actually going to be a new location opening up soon. They serve Singaporean and Malaysian comfort food, such as laksa and also Hainan chicken, which we really enjoyed. We really enjoyed their coffee. We get their coffee every once in a while in the mornings.
It's called white coffee. And they serve breakfast and lunch and dinner. So this spot is what started the whole Panda Express empire. It's called Panda Inn. Panda Express's first restaurant, and it's in Pasadena, a family-owned restaurant that serves traditional Chinese dishes. And they also have the normal Panda Express items like orange chicken, but more elevated. And since renovating, they added on different items like nice cocktails and also Japanese sushi dishes there too.
One of our favorite plazas in Arcadia houses also one of our favorite noodle houses, and that's Moja Noodle. It's a super local spot that's located in the President Square food court, and we really like the Guilin rice noodles here. There are some other places that serve Guilin style rice noodles in SGV. This one feels like a standout spot for us because of the way that all the ingredients mix together, the bounciness of the noodles, and the fact that it's only $11 and you can top it very heavily.
I especially love topping the noodles with spicy radishes, their chili, it comes with peanuts, and no matter what, I can never get over the fact that these noodles are so bouncy. And it's filling and affordable. If you're into tacos, we highly recommend Zingo's Taco. It's a little taqueria in El Sereno. They serve TJ style tacos and also dishes from the owner's hometown in Puebla. We recommend their signature tlacoyo. It's a thick oval-shaped patty that's made from masa dough and it's stuffed with beans, steak, and queso fresco. If you are looking for a place with serious flavor, we highly recommend this spot.
This next spot has two locations in San Gabriel Valley. One is in Monterey Park and the other is in San Gabriel. The one that we frequent the most is the one in Monterey Park, and it's called Yunnan Restaurant. They really have a very big, extensive menu here, but one thing that really stands out is their crossing bridge noodles. And they have a lot of dishes with like heavily spiced and a lot of herbs as well. You can also do takeaway, so you can get a combo plate, which is something that we really like to do because all the items that you see on display there are incredibly delicious.
So King King Food Court is a place that has been around for many years. They have a couple locations in Alhambra and Temple City. They are famous for their Shanghai pan-fried buns. Pan-fried on the bottom. On top, it's a little softer like a bun, and then on the inside it's a juicy pork stuffing with soup. So it's a very flavorful and dangerous bun because it could squirt out the hot soup from the bun, but it's extremely flavorful and it's extremely affordable as well. But we also recently found out that their frozen dumplings are actually really delicious. So if you are looking for a quick restaurant quality dumpling, we highly recommend that because it's also really affordable.
Another spot in Rosemead called Prince Dumpling. This spot rivals some of the higher end Taiwanese places like Din Tai Fung, for example. It's a little bit more affordable. The flavors really stand out. So we really like getting the xiaolong bao there and more.
Mikomi Sushi in Alhambra serves high quality sushi and various Japanese dishes. They are running a promotion right now for that location. Anything on the menu before 5 o'clock is 30% off. And to us, that is a freaking steal because some of the items on there are so good that we would even pay full price for it. They also have alcohol drinks and outdoor seatings. It's a great vibey place for dates and hangouts. We highly recommend it.
Okay, the last one on this list is over in Monrovia. It's called Kin Cow, and this spot serves some Thai dishes with their own twist. Every dish there is like incredibly flavorful. We really went for one dish, but we discovered another one. So the first dish that we discovered was called chicken manao. It's almost to the point where we couldn't describe how flavorful it was because it had a really nice, soft, tender meat, which was the chicken in there, and then also like these incredibly balanced citrusy flavors as well from the sauce. It was something like an experience that we really didn't expect to find at that spot.
Yeah, and that dish is their grandma's recipes. We also went there for their elevated mama noodles, which is Thailand's #1 instant noodles. But this version is really elevated with big shrimps and mushrooms and stuff like that. So that was really what we went to eat, but we discovered so much more at Kin Khao.
All right, also, thanks to everybody that helped contribute. We asked for a couple of your favorite essentials, the places that you really like to go to in SGV. There's also a couple that you might end up seeing in one of our videos in 2026. And a couple of those might be Menya Hanabi, and we know we've had a couple of those requested. So thank you, Carl, for recommending that.
And thanks, Michael Lopez. He recommended us to go to Tai He Dumpling House and Kyoto Gukatsu. And thank you to Square Egg, who told us to go to Sunday Bistro to eat their beef hor fun. I love beef hor fun.
Yeah, we've been there, but we have never got that dish.
And Stefan Pong, thanks for your recommendation for Kimchi Noodle Cafe. That is on the top of our list. We're going there soon.
There's a couple of other places. Andrew C. We also love Singkawan Cafe as well. And then Uncle Richie, all the way out in Florida. We really like Pepe's too. That's a place that Lisa...
Yeah, I've been going there since I was a kid.
Sean SMS29. We really like Ramen Nagi too, so we also have a video that you could check out.
And Gina told us to go to Kokery. We love Kokery. And Ruby BBQ, Mr. Poyle. Where's Mr. Poyle at?
We're gonna have to go check that out.
And David Ha, thank you for recommending Pho Filet. We haven't been to Pho Filet and forever. Best banh mi? Ooh, that's gonna be a little bit controversial, so we'll check it out. And thanks Trash Panda for recommending King Kom Tom. We haven't been there. I pass by it all the time, so we're gonna try to check it out.
We've been meaning to. We've been putting it off too long. So thanks everybody once again. And if you want to check out 101 places to eat in SGV, watch that video right here.